Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. So if you guys are new, my name is Leslie and my channel is called The Mother Plan. Here on my channel we focus on budgeting, home improvements, and self-wellness. So thank you so much for joining me. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate your support. So today in this video we are going to be doing my paycheck breakdown. This is my very first paycheck breakdown, so I'm excited to film this for you guys. So first thing I want to do is take a glance at my planner for the month of March. So I know we're at the end of March. Today is actually the 27th, but that's just kind of how my paychecks fell for me and my husband. So we got paid on yesterday, the 26th, and I am going to budget for the 26th all the way until the first paycheck of April, which would be the 9th. So I'm going to cover all those bills that's scheduled between those 2 weeks. And so we did our little glance at the calendar to make sure we are on track for the right dates. So let's go ahead and get started. And for this video, I will be using my big giant pad here. You guys know I like this color scheme, so I'm going to continue to use that. So I decided to add in some tables and, you know, label everything before I get to writing, just so it can look a little bit neater for the video. However, normally I could just write on this blank piece of paper and it's fine with me. But I want to make it a little bit better for you guys to follow along. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. Okay. The date for this paycheck is March 26th. All right, and for income, we did have a little bit of money left over into our account. So I'm going to go ahead and put that as our rollover, which was $263. Okay, and then for my husband's check, that one was $1,083. And my check was $1,600. And then for our total income, we had $2,946. So that's what we're working with for this breakdown. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and do our expenses. The biggest one is going to be our mortgage. So just to give you guys a quick update, I did post my revamp of my March budget due to some changes of our income. Unfortunately, my husband's job cut back on some hours, and his part-time job, they decided to cut back on employees. So we're no longer receiving our part-time income from our second jobs. So with that being said, I decided after I filmed that video to take it a step further. So you know I had like $2,700 something saved to put towards our emergency savings. So I also decided to take out of our miscellaneous fund and our family fund and something else, just so I can come up with what I'm going to do for expenses. So my thought process is we normally pay our mortgage payment with the first check that we receive of the month because we're used to getting paid every week. So 1 week we get both our main job's paychecks, and then that next week we both get paid on our smaller job or our side job. So since we're not getting income every single week, I decided I want to get ahead of things and come up with half of our mortgage payment, because our mortgage payment is pretty heavy. And the reason for that is because we pay our mortgage and we also pay our insurance and we also pay our property taxes, our CDD fees. Our account is really bundled into a lot. So that is our biggest bill of the month. So I want to go ahead and split it into two so it won't be, you know, so hard to come up with that money if we're going to be losing out on some of our income. So that's going to be our first expense, is half of the mortgage, and that's going to be $1,200. Okay. Next is our consolidation loan, and that payment is $350. And then we have our cell phones, and the cell phones, my husband upgraded his phone a while back, so he's still paying on that. So that's why this bill is a little bit higher than what we normally would like it to be, and that's going to be $215. Next one's going to be our cable, internet, phone bundle, and that payment is $201. This is going to go down significantly because I decided to cut cable. That's one of the ways I want to try to save during this whole coronavirus outbreak. So we decided to cut our cable. So we just have the internet and phone now. So that's going to go down next month. We also have the other half of a credit card payment. And that's our Carnival card. That's going to be $135. Next is going to be PayPal, and the payment on that is $60. And then lastly, it's going to be Capital One, so $25. Okay, so that's it for expenses. I'm just going to add up on my calculator, make sure I have everything right. All right, we have total $2,186. So now we're going to go ahead and go to our cash envelopes. Groceries. We're also going to do gas, child care, family fun, and then miscellaneous. Okay, and then so for my husband and I, we are not going to give ourselves any spending money for this check because we already got quite a bit of money from our tax refund that we decided to give to ourselves. It was about $500 a piece. We are not going to get any additional spending money. Okay, so before we add everything on here, let's see how much we have left to work with. So I'm going to take that $2,946, and then I'm going to go ahead and minus our expenses, which is $2,186, and we're left with $760. Okay, so for our monthly budget of grocery, I do about $100 per person in my family. We have 2 children, so it's 4 of us, and that's going to be $400. So I'm going to just do $200 for this paycheck. And then for gas, I'm going to also split that in half, and then we usually use about $330, but lately, since we've been stuck home, we haven't been driving as much. So I'm just going to do $160 to be on the safe side. I don't think we're going to use that much, but hey, it's always good to over budget. And then child care is always $100 per paycheck. For family fun, I'm only going to do $40. We have done so good. We did not go out at all or eat out or anything like that. So I'm just going to put $40 in case we're going to get some ice cream or something of that nature. And then for miscellaneous, I'm going to put $25, because just in case I go over a little bit for grocery, or if there's something like toilet tissue I can find, I'll definitely want to have a little bit of cash to cover that expense. And I think that's going to be it for our envelopes. So let's go ahead and add that up real quick. So we have 200, 3, 4, and then that's 5. So we have a total of $525. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and go to our sinking funds. And with everything going on, I've decided that we are not going to put anything into the sinking funds. So nothing this particular round. We have 0 for that. And then we're going to move over to our savings and extra payments here. So let's go ahead and subtract our cash envelopes from our $760, which we have $235. I'm just going to just put this here, and we're not going to use that. So now we have $235, and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and just literally put that into our account to help with expenses for next month. So $235. So this section here I just put for like extra payments, savings, notes, and stuff like that. So we're going to take that $235 and literally just put that into checkings. I didn't make any extra debt payments, so debt payments 0. Sinking funds 0. And then savings, we're going to put that $235. Make sense? And this is going to go in for our next paycheck. All right, so that's it, start to finish. We have our income here. We've already did our expenses, our cash envelopes, and then our little section here for notes. And we decided not to put anything for sinking funds, nothing for extra debt payments, and we're going to just put that into the savings. Although I say savings, I'm going to just keep it into our checking account so it can help me with next month's bills. All right, so yeah, so this is it for this pay period. For next time, I do want to try to pay off some debt, even if it's just, you know, a couple $100s or so. I just want to kind of see where we're at with our income and with our job situation. We do have some money saved up. With that being said, I don't know how much we're going to be able to put towards our debt snowball. I don't know if it's going to happen or what, but hopefully the government get it together and get those packages out to you guys, myself included, so we can continue to pay down these debts. Now, just a little tip out there, if you guys haven't heard, they do want you to call all your creditors, like your mortgage company, your student loan servicers, and see if you guys can get payments held off or postponed. In my particular case, I don't want to do that for my student loans because that interrupts your loan forgiveness status. So unless I see something otherwise, or if they decide to change that stipulation, then maybe I'll look into that. But as is, I'm going to continue to pay off my student loans. And I have not contacted my mortgage company yet, so I don't know if I'm going to leave that the same, or, you know, we'll see. Because if I do have the income, I want to go ahead and just continue to pay things off if it's possible. And hopefully we'll be able to get out of this sooner rather than later. So I hope you guys are staying safe out there. Wash your hands. Use that hand sanitizer. Stay home if you can. Don't go out there unless it's absolutely necessary. So if this video was interesting and helpful for you guys, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.